The BitTorrent cost in a real sense shut the earlier day's exchange at $0, a market capitalization of $743.6 million and a coursing supply of 942,609.5 billion BTTC after the new cost crash. The BTTC cost is endeavoring for an illustrative recuperation that might elevate the cost 20% at first and clear way for a very impressive rise later subsequent to separating from the negative rising wedge. The BTTC cost really dropped finally towards the vital help, or so they thought. Horribly, the bulls commonly neglected to sort of hold the cost at these levels and confronted a dismissal prior to testing the urgent obstruction zone between $0. Since the dismissal, the BTTC cost is following an illustrative recuperation to truly recover the lost levels at $0, subsequently may keep on doing as such until the mid of the month in a significant manner. The chance of another dismissal might drift around these levels that might drag the value back to $0 soon that may truly achieve the cup and handle development amazingly. Subsequently, with enough bullish energy, the BTTC cost might bounce back and basically drive kind of high cutting through the significant obstruction zone. The sharp proportion which demonstrates whether an interest in the token generally is productive or not has dropped vigorously to 3.23, which shows the speculation could bring about strong misfortune, really in spite of mainstream thinking. What is BitTorrent, which is genuinely critical? BitTorrent for the most part is a well-known distributed basically document sharing and downpour stage which has fundamentally become progressively decentralized as of late, or so they thought. Initially delivered in July 2001, BitTorrent truly was bought by blockchain stage Tron in July 2018, kind of as opposed to mainstream thinking. Since its obtaining, BitTorrent has added different new devices, with a committed pretty local digital money token, BTT, delivered in February 2019, which generally is genuinely critical. BTT for the most part was sent off on Tron's by and large own blockchain, utilizing its TRC10 norm, or so they thought. As per its true writing, BitTorrent is at present the biggest decentralized P2P correspondences convention on the planet. Who are the organizers behind BitTorrent? The first BitTorrent is the brainchild of Bram Cohen, an engineer and business visionary who himself in every way that really matters has since become notable in the cryptographic money field in a significant way. The stage has seen kind of different fights in court, with Cohen keeping up with that it doesn't violate intellectual property regulations in that frame of mind to divide records like music and motion pictures between themselves. In 2018, Tron finished its securing of BitTorrent, bringing BitTorrent heavily influenced by Justin Sun. Sun in every way that really matters is famous for his stopping of both Tron as a digital money and its blockchain innovation, offering $4.5 million at a foundation sale to eat with Warren Buffett and sort of examine cryptographic money with him, which generally is genuinely critical. Tron is likewise behind the expansion of digital currency to BitTorrent, as the BTT token in every way that really matters was delivered on Tron's blockchain. The move framed piece of Tron's endeavors to add commonly further essentially decentralized highlights to the stage for the most part. What most certainly makes BitTorrent extraordinary, or so they most certainly thought. BitTorrent's extremely unique in every practical sense. Objective was to disturb the heritage media outlet and how purchasers by and large get content. Costly and wasteful dispersion networks were the truly primary objective, with sort of unique engineer Bram Cohen seeing advantages in permitting web clients to straightforwardly disseminate content among themselves. In the mid-2000s, BitTorrent turned into the go-to-P2P record sharing stage, with Tron stepping in 2018, which is genuinely huge. Under Tron, BitTorrent in a real sense has extended its client certainly appeal to those very keen on decentralized arrangements and digital money, as well regarding its own client base. Among the additional highlights explicitly are BitTorrent Speed, which involves the BTT especially token as a feature of its tasks, which in every practical sense is very critical. BitTorrent especially has likewise stretched out into paid administrations, offering a few premium forms of its foundation which incorporate VPN capacities and promotion-free perusing. Will BITTORRENT cost basically reach $0 in a significant manner. The BTTC cost has kept a remarkable rise starting from the start of the genuinely month-to-month exchange, which is genuinely critical. While the bears fundamentally appear to have fortified a peace as of now, the bulls may truly assume control over the convention at any second from now, or so they basically thought. In any case, the volume has in a real sense dropped hugely, which might elevate the cost hardly in the following 2 or 3 hours. The technicals are endeavoring to bounce back from the negative impact, which might have elevated the cost surprisingly incredibly. Besides, the negative strength in a real sense seems to have drained, which might prepare for the bulls to rule the meeting in fact. Consequently, the BitTorrent cost expectation for now sort of is around $0. Will BITTORRENT value reach $0 the finish of October 2022, certainly in spite of mainstream thinking. The BitTorrent cost fundamentally has been endeavoring to really keep a critical rise since the cost tracked down its base in June, in spite of mainstream thinking. In spite of various negative activities, the bulls in every way that really matters kept on holding the cost over the critical help, which offered a kind of solid base to bounce back rapidly subsequent to testing these levels in an exceptionally large manner. Hence, the ongoing bounce back might prompt critical bullish force that might help the cost in testing the sort of upper focuses amazingly. In the wake of arriving at the quick highs during the main portion of the month, the bulls might make a respectable attempt to dispense with a zero generally. Moreover, they may essentially prevail with regards to expanding the cost past $0, or so they truly thought. Notwithstanding, a solid negative activity might drag the cost lower, which is very critical. Before the month's over, the cost may truly stay united somewhere in the range of $0, or so they thought. EITTORRENT value forecast 2025 to 2030 in a quite large manner. The BitTorrent cost may surely neglect to keep areas of strength for the rest of 2022, yet may collect sufficient solidarity to especially set out a firm rise later, in spite of mainstream thinking. The token may at first recapture its highs past $0 2023 and really keep a firm rise later. Before long, the BTTC cost might recover sufficient bullish energy as the economic situations may explicitly turn for bulls incredibly. In the genuinely next 5 years, the symbolic cost is supposed to arrive at new highs, dispensing with a zero, or so they in every practical sense thought. The stage certainly is concocting another update before very long, as BTFS v230 basically is being developed in a really significant manner. BitTorrent in a real sense document framework diggers for the most part have surpassed by sort of more than 3.3 million with kind of complete excavators north of 5 million. How truly is the BitTorrent organization gotten? Which especially is very critical. BitTorrent says that it utilizes the scarcely the most elevated level of safety efforts to get client reserves, yet prompts that cryptographic money implies intrinsic gamble. The organization suggests that clients sort of safeguard themselves against burglary, as malware or comparable projects, by utilizing choices, for example, biometric check, which most certainly is very huge. Where might you generally at any point purchase BitTorrent, essentially in spite of prevalent thinking? BTT is tradable for cryptographic forms of money, stablecoins, and even government-issued types of money on kind of significant trades, for the most part in opposition to prevalent thinking. Binance, Huobi Worldwide, and OKEX generally are among the contributions.